I'm Father Robert Ballecer, the digital Jesuit, with a specialty mouse Roundup for before you buy. We've got two combo mice from Genius, a left-handed gaming mouse from Razer, and an executive mouse from Feenix. The Cam Mouse is a corded USB optical mouse from Genius with an integrated camera on the underside of the unit. As an optical device, the Cam Mouse is, well, a mouse. With 3 buttons plus a scrolling wheel, it's a competent, if not entirely unique design. Where it becomes interesting is when the mouse is flipped over and a trapdoor reveals a camera. The 2-megapixel sensor is triggered by a button on the left side of the mouse, and Genius positions it as a way to scan QR codes and take quick pictures for use on the internet. The Genius Cam Mouse sells for about $22. The Wireless Energy Mouse is another combination device from Genius, putting together a 1200 dpi 2.4 GHz wireless mouse and a 2700 mAh battery for powering USB devices. The mouse portion of the combo is actually pretty good. It's large enough to comfortably cup in an average size hand, and the 3-button plus scroll wheel design is responsive and clicky. The underside of the mouse has an on-off switch and a slot that serves as the storage bin for the wireless transceiver. On the charging side, the Genius Mouse has a charging port at the front of the mouse and a standard USB port on the back. A button below the scroll wheel activates the battery, and a 4 LED indicator tells you how much charge is left in the mouse. The mouse can charge most all non-tablet USB devices, and it has a backup battery so that using the charging function won't accidentally kill the mouse. The Genius Wireless Energy Mouse is available for $27. The Razer deathadder 3500 PC gaming mouse is a left-handed version of their popular deathadder series of devices. Using a 3500 dpi Razer Precision 3.5G infrared laser sensor and a 5-button configuration, the deathadder has a 1 millisecond response time and 1 GHz polling. This allows for on-the-fly adjustment of DPI and liquid smooth movement. Anybody who has ever used a Razer mouse can expect the same quality build in their left-handed unit. It's responsive, smooth, and stylish with traditional molded sculpting and 3 Teflon feet. It uses a braided cord, gold-plated connector, and gentle blue illumination. The Razer deathadder 3500 left-handed edition sells for $57. The Feenix Nascita is a high-performance gaming mouse with executive style. It features an 8200 dpi Avago 9800 laser engine and lens with a 1 millisecond response time, 12,000 FPS, and 150 inches per second rating. It also sports an in-mouse LCD screen that lets you quickly adjust the resolution settings, even without a computer client. Molded for right-handers, the Nasita is undoubtedly the most comfortable mouse I've ever used. It's well balanced with a gently sloping palm rest, perfectly sculpted thumb indent, and perfectly placed buttons and scroll wheel. The Nasita glides on 4 Teflon feet that lets it effortlessly move over even rough surfaces and features a braided cord and gold-plated USB connector. The Feenix Nascita sells for $97. With the Cam Mouse on the con side, it has to be the overall construction. It's too plasticky, too small, too light, too unbalanced, and just not a very well-constructed device. Now, the camera is also a little bit too low resolution to be of any real use. If you're going to do QR codes or simple pictures for the internet, you're probably going to use your camera phone. On the pro side, well, at least it didn't set my house on fire. The Energy Mouse is an interesting device because on the con side, I'd have to say it has a weird port placement. You've got the USB port on the back, you've got the charging port on the front, you've got this slot that carries the transceiver, which I don't really like because it's too easy to bump this off, and if you lose the transceiver, the mouse is useless. Which is actually another con. They don't give you a way to actually just connect this to a computer and use it as a wired mouse. On the pro side, it's actually very well constructed. It's got a good feel, it has a nice contour, it's got a good weight, and yes, that 2700 mAh battery does come in pretty handy. I'd like to see how it stands up to rigorous use. The deathadder is a fantastic device. Quick fun fact, I was born left-handed, but I forced myself to use my right hand because we didn't have things like this. Nice construction, nice matte material, very responsive motion, very smooth motion, even the buttons are top-notch. On the con side, well, I can't really think of any. It's so well constructed and properly priced. Now this is good, but this, the Nasita, is great. This is truly an executive mouse. Everything from the size and the weight to the molding, the construction just feels right. I even like the fact that they have that little LCD screen so that I can use the DPI switch without having to use a computer client. They did so many things right about this mouse, and the only con is price. At just less than $100, it is a bit on the pricey side, but then again, you get what you pay for. So try, buy, or don't buy. For the cam mouse, it has to be a don't buy. For the energy mouse, I'm going to give it a try. I want to see exactly how long it will stand up to travel use before I give it a solid buy. And then for the deathadder and the Nasita, absolutely a buy. I'm Father Robert Ballecer for Before You Buy.